Lisa is 71. For years, she believed drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning was one of the healthiest habits she could have. It was simple, easy, and something she'd done for decades. But recently, she began noticing something strange. Her stomach felt uneasy. Her hands were cold. Her mornings felt heavier, not better. She thought maybe it was just aging, or maybe stress. But the truth, it wasn't the water itself. It was how she was drinking it. And she's not alone. Across America, many older adults experience similar issues without realizing the cause. That's why this video matters. Today, we're going to walk through 5 common mistakes people over 50 often make when drinking water in the morning. Mistakes that seem harmless but could be quietly affecting how you feel, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And more importantly, you'll learn how to make simple, gentle changes that can bring your mornings back to balance. So if you've ever felt bloated, dizzy, or just off after your first sip of water, stay with me. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness and small steps you can take, starting tomorrow, to feel better, stronger, and more at peace. One of the most common habits people carry into their older years is reaching for a glass of cold water right after waking up. It feels refreshing, even energizing. But if you are over 50, that first icy sip may not be doing you much good. In fact, it could be quietly adding stress to your body, especially when your system is still easing into the day. When you sleep, your body enters a slower, healing mode. Your blood vessels relax, your digestion pauses, your body temperature drops, everything is calm. Then morning comes. And many people go straight for a glass of water from the fridge. It feels like a healthy choice, but your heart, stomach, and circulation may feel shocked instead of helped. Cold water can tighten your stomach muscles. It can make your blood vessels shrink more. This can leave you feeling cold, bloated, or even dizzy. Younger bodies recover fast. But as we age, our systems become more sensitive. Our circulation slows. Our internal balance is more fragile. So what once felt good can now leave you feeling worse. Linda used to drink cold water every morning. She liked how it cleared her throat. But soon, she noticed her hands felt cold, her stomach cramped, her energy was low. Her doctor suggested trying room temperature water instead. She gave it a try. Within a week, her mornings felt easier. Her digestion calmed down. She felt more like herself. Your body is naturally around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Ice water can be as cold as 33 degrees. That sudden drop triggers your nerves. Your body feels startled. It responds by tightening, by protecting. That stress response can lead to discomfort, and when repeated daily, it may wear you down over time. The solution is simple. Leave your water out for a few minutes. Use water that is close to room temperature. You do not need fancy filters or expensive gadgets, just a small shift. One that costs nothing, one that could change how you feel each morning. If your mornings feel heavy or off balance, try this one change. It may be all your body needs: a gentle start, a kind moment, a simple act of care. That is how you honor the years your body has carried you, not with shock, but with calm, with warmth, with respect. Another habit that often goes unnoticed is drinking water too fast in the morning. It might seem harmless. You wake up feeling thirsty, your mouth is dry, and you grab a glass or bottle and drink it all in one go. It feels satisfying, like you're doing something good for your body. But the truth is, when you drink water too quickly, especially right after waking up, your body may not be ready for it. And this can lead to problems you might not even realize are connected. When you wake up, your body is still adjusting. Your heart rate is rising slowly. Your blood pressure is stabilizing. Your stomach lining is still resting. Everything is gently trying to find balance again. Now imagine throwing down 8 to 12 ounces of water in one big gulp. It's like hitting the gas pedal when the engine is still warming up. Your stomach expands quickly. Your kidneys kick into high gear, and your electrolyte levels shift faster than your body can manage, especially if you're over 50. This sudden flood can cause dizziness, nausea, or that strange fluttering sensation in your chest. Let me tell you about Walter. He's 72, a retired high school coach, strong and disciplined. He believed in starting the day right. Every morning, before even getting out of bed, he would grab a full bottle of water from his nightstand and drink it all. He thought he was helping his body stay healthy and hydrated. But some mornings, he'd feel lightheaded. Not every day, but enough to make him wonder if something was wrong. After speaking with his doctor, they realized it wasn't the water itself. It was the way he was drinking it. He was flooding his system too fast, putting pressure on organs that were still waking up. So he made a simple change. Instead of drinking all at once, he started sipping slowly, over 15 to 20 minutes, sitting upright, breathing deeply between sips, no rushing, no chugging. And just like that, the dizziness disappeared. His mornings became more steady. His energy stayed balanced. No medication, no fancy routines, just a slower, more mindful approach. This is something anyone can try. Your body doesn't want a flood when it first wakes up. It wants a gentle stream. Think of it like watering a plant. Pour too much at once and it overflows. But give it time and the roots absorb everything it needs. Your body works the same way, especially as you get older. If this video has been helpful so far, go ahead and click the like button. It lets us know you're enjoying it and helps more people see these health tips too. And if you want to keep learning how to support your body through simple, smart habits, make sure you hit the subscribe button before we move on to the next important part. We're just getting started, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Many people like to keep a bottle of water next to the bed. It feels convenient, it's within reach, and it seems like a good habit. But if that bottle is made of plastic and has been sitting out all night, especially in a warm room, you could be drinking more than just water in the morning, and over time, that can quietly affect your health in ways you don't expect. Plastic bottles, especially the ones made from cheaper materials or reused multiple times, can release chemicals into the water when exposed to heat and time. One of the most well-known is BPA, short for bisphenol A, which has been linked to hormone disruption. And even if your bottle says BPA-free, it can still contain other similar chemicals that act the same way once heat is involved. These chemicals are known as endocrine disruptors, and for older adults, whose hormonal balance is already more delicate, that extra burden can create a ripple effect. Let me tell you about Stanley. He's 78, and he's always taken pride in staying hydrated. Every night he would fill a plastic bottle from the kitchen sink, leave it by the lamp on his nightstand, and drink from it first thing in the morning. But after a few months, he started waking up with headaches, feeling bloated, and often more tired even after a full night's sleep. His diet hadn't changed, his medications were the same, and his doctor couldn't find anything serious. But after speaking with a nutritionist, they traced it back to his water bottle. The bottle had been sitting near a warm light source for hours, and each day, more chemicals were slowly mixing into the water. Once Stanley made the switch to a glass bottle and started pouring fresh water each morning, his symptoms began to fade, the headaches eased, his energy came back, and he felt more like himself again. It wasn't a major overhaul, just one simple habit that gave his body less to fight against. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a little plastic. How bad could it be? And it's true. One sip won't harm you. But think about it this way. If you drink from that same plastic bottle every morning, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, that adds up to over 360 exposures, and your liver, kidneys, and hormone systems have to work overtime to deal with those chemicals. So here's a small change you can make today. Switch to a glass or stainless steel bottle. Leave plastic behind. Pour fresh water each morning instead of using what's set out overnight. Your body will thank you, not just today, But for years to come, the water you drink should help you feel refreshed, not overloaded. And this one simple habit can make a lasting difference in how your mornings feel. For many older adults, the morning routine includes taking medications with a big glass of water. It seems like the right thing to do. Doctors often remind us to stay hydrated, especially when taking pills, but what they don't always explain is how we take that water, how much, how quickly, and whether our stomach is full or empty. Those small details can make a big difference in how we feel, especially as we age. Drinking too much water too fast, and after taking medication on an empty stomach, can lead to nausea, bloating, or even mild heartburn. Your stomach lining is sensitive in the morning. Your body is still adjusting, and when you add several pills followed by a large amount of water, it can overwhelm your digestive system before it's ready. On the other hand, if you eat a heavy breakfast, then take medication with water meant for an empty stomach, you may reduce the pill's effectiveness or delay how it's absorbed. Margaret, age 80, had taken thyroid medication for years, same time, same dose, same breakfast, but she started feeling off in the mornings, slightly nauseous, lightheaded, sometimes even queasy enough to skip breakfast altogether. Her blood tests looked fine, and her medication hadn't changed. Finally, her doctor asked about her water intake. And that's when they realized she was drinking an entire glass of water right after her pill, too quickly, and before her stomach was fully awake. Her doctor suggested a change: take the pill with just a few small sips of water, wait about 45 minutes before eating, and avoid drinking anything cold or too much at once. Within a week, Margaret's symptoms disappeared, her mornings felt calmer, her energy returned, and her follow-up labs showed even better absorption of her medication, all from simply drinking less, more slowly, and giving her stomach time to adjust. This is a common issue, and it happens quietly. Many people think it's their medication causing the discomfort, but often it's how they're taking it. If you feel foggy, uncomfortable, or bloated after your morning pills, it might not be the drug itself. It could be the water, too much, too fast, at the wrong time. So now, let me ask you, do you usually take your morning pills with a full glass of water? Have you ever felt queasy or heavy afterward? Do you eat right away? Or do you rush to finish before breakfast? These habits are easy to overlook, but they might be working against your health without you realizing it. Take a closer look at your own routine. Try sipping slowly, just enough water to swallow, then wait before eating. Your stomach and your body might respond better than you expect. And if you've ever struggled with this, tell us in the comments. Have you found a change that helped you feel better? Or are you just realizing now it could be part of the problem? We'd love to hear your story, because sometimes the smallest changes create the biggest relief. There's a growing trend today that encourages people to skip breakfast and start the day with just water. Some call it intermittent fasting, others see it as a simple way to cut calories. And while this might work for some younger folks or those on strict diets, it can quietly wear down older adults who have different needs. After a night of sleep, your body has already been fasting for 8 to 10 hours, and without any nourishment in the morning, you may be starting your day on empty, without even knowing it. Water is essential, yes, but it doesn't replace the nutrients your body needs. Your brain relies on glucose to think clearly. Your muscles need protein to stay strong. And your energy levels depend on a balanced mix of food and hydration. Drinking water without eating anything might feel okay for the first hour, but as time goes on, many people report feeling tired, shaky, moody, or even mentally foggy. They blame it on stress, poor sleep, or age, but often, the real issue is a lack of fuel. Let me tell you about Alice. She's 69, independent, smart, and always looking for ways to stay healthy. She read about the benefits of fasting and decided to skip breakfast. Her plan was to drink water in the morning and eat her first meal around noon. At first, she lost a little weight, which felt like a success. But after a few weeks, She started noticing her memory felt fuzzy, her mood dipped, and she repeated herself in conversations without realizing it. Her daughter noticed the change and encouraged her to talk with her doctor. After a few questions and a look at her routine, the answer was clear. Her brain wasn't getting the energy it needed in the morning. Alice added a small breakfast back into her day. Nothing heavy, just a boiled egg, a slice of toast, and a few berries. Within days, her focus returned, her mood lifted, and she felt more like herself again. It wasn't about eating more, it was about giving her body what it needed when it needed it most. As we get older, our metabolism slows down, and our blood sugar levels can drop more easily. Skipping breakfast can lead to imbalances that affect your entire day, including how well you move, think, and feel. A simple breakfast with some protein, healthy fat, and fiber can set the tone for better energy and sharper thinking throughout the morning. So let me ask you, have you been skipping breakfast and starting your day with just water? Have you noticed yourself feeling low on energy, irritable, or not as sharp as you used to be? It might not be age catching up with you, it might just be hunger in disguise. Try adding something small to your morning, even a handful of nuts, a smoothie, or a piece of toast with peanut butter. Your body may surprise you with how much better it feels. And if you've already made this change and noticed a difference, share it in the comments. Your story might help someone else find their strength again too. It's amazing how something as simple as water, something we've been drinking our entire lives, can start to affect us differently as we age, not because the water has changed, but because our bodies have. They've become more sensitive, more fragile in some ways, and more deserving of care in every way. The habits that once worked in our 30s may now leave us feeling bloated, dizzy, or just off. And it's not because we're doing something wrong, it's because our bodies are asking us to slow down, to listen, and to adjust. So what can you do? Tomorrow morning, you can skip the ice-cold water and reach for something room temperature. You can sip slowly instead of rushing. Switch to a glass bottle instead of plastic. Eat something light to fuel your brain, and give your body the time it needs to take in medication the right way. These are small changes, but they carry big power, because they help you start your day with calm, with clarity, and with care. If any part of this spoke to you, if it made you think differently about your routine, that means you're still learning, still growing, and still taking charge of your health. And that's something to be proud of.